Let's go.
All right, everybody. Guess what? We're back. We're tailgating. I'm Bruce, Daryl, Marcus. Guess what? We're going to talk about the NBA championships, where they stand right now. Really, the conferences, Eastern, Western conferences. Man, it's kind of gone a little bit like we thought, and maybe some ways not. So we'll talk about that in a second. But I got a trivia question for you.
Uh-oh,
All right. You probably noticed the New York Knicks, they tied for the third longest win streak in NBA playoff history.
Oh, yeah.
So my trivia question, and I will answer at the end. My trivia question is, what team has the longest winning streak in the NBA championship series? So the Knicks is tied for third at 11. So it's over 11.
Yeah.
So think about that for a little bit.
Interesting. I got a couple in mind, just kind of based on just my thought, but we'll see when we get to the end of the season. I mean, in the podcast.
See episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, first, before we go into it, I just want to thought, Jason Kidd got fired for the Mavericks. Kind of was wondering if they would, because they're starting a new era. What are you going to say, Daryl?
He parted ways.
Oh, parted ways.
Yeah,
parted ways. They do. Parted ways.
Yeah, they had a differences of agreement, a differences of opinion in the strategic direction of the franchise. So they parted ways accordingly.
Okay, did they part ways with pretty good money for Kidd?
Yeah, I remember I worked at the bank, man. I gave a customer way too much money. They walked out, never seen him again, and I parted ways with the bank.
Oh, no, hey, sometimes that's just the way to go.
Man, I was young and dumb, bro. I was like, God, dog, I can't. But they're not gonna fire me. We're parting ways.
Parting ways.
Parting ways. That's how you put it on the resume too. You put that on the application.
Yeah.
They say, why did you leave this company? Parted ways.
Parted ways. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's smart tips now that I don't need a resume anymore. Well, maybe someday I'll need. What do they call it? What do they call a resume for acting, Daryl?
Resume.
Oh, they do. I thought there was something else they called it. I thought it was called. Well, I guess if you get good enough, they call you, and you don't need a resume.
Yeah.
Oh,
Daryl, we need you on this Knicks commercial.
Daryl doesn't even have to read for the part anymore. They just bring.
That's right.
Yeah, and bring in Daryl. We got Daryl for this one.
We got Daryl. Yep. All right, let's go back to the NBA. First, I guess with the Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think we had a mixed feelings about that. I was going for the Knicks because of Jalen Brunson, but even though they swept it 4-0, Daryl, I think you're right. It looks like this team of role players, but because no one scored over 20 points, I don't think, on this last game, but yet they blew them away. They won well. So even though they might be role players, man, they are on a roll. They are looking really good, I think, and they're heading towards it. So we won't advance to if they're going to win or not in the next level, because we got to still talk about the other one. But what do you think about that run? I want to give it to Marcus, because I feel like he's just biting at the bit to just give us his opinion.
I mean, I'll just start by saying that, as much as I think Knicks fans are some of the most deplorable people out there, and I said it, you Knicks fans are just horrible, right? Y'all are probably like us Cowboys fans when it comes to football. But that being said, that team has just been amazing to watch, just how they're coming together. When you look at game one and that just incredible combat. Cleveland just never psychologically recovered from that. Like something attacked their psyche, their confidence. They were stage shy for the remainder of that series, and they just never bounced back. They came out with a little energy in games 3 and 4, but I mean, the Knicks just played solid basketball. You talked about Jalen Brunson. I think he was averaging 25 points a game and shooting nearly 50% in the conference finals. I mean, the kid is absolutely fantastic. And it's not just scoring, it's just his poise and how
good leadership.
Yeah, just a great leader. All the qualities. I mean, that is the kid to watch. He could definitely be the next iteration of the face of the NBA. Obviously, there's a few other high, quality players out there we'll talk about a little later. But I mean, just in a closeout game, man, you had 6 guys in double digits. Like, that was team basketball. There wasn't necessarily like a hero that just stood out. And you tend to see that we talked about this in previous episodes, right? The basketball has evolved. It's about having it's better to have 6 or 7 guys who have a solid role and can contribute every single night, double digits, than just having all of your eggs in one basket and just waiting for that, or having to rely on that 1 or 2 superstar. Because if one of them, doesn't perform, there you go, you don't win. And that just, that's on the Knicks. I'll pause because I'm about to lean into the Cavaliers here in just a minute. I'll see if Daryl got something on the Knicks.
Yeah, Daryl, what do you think?
I just imagine that especially after game 1, in the Knicks huddle, at any point, on the bench, in the locker room, anywhere they huddle to talk, they said, hey, let James Harden shoot. or they said he's not guarding anyone. He's not guarding. Just go around him. Go around him. That's it. That's
Whoever James is guarding, just give that person the ball, and that's how. Yeah. And if they don't score, they're going to create a play, right? Listen, we talked about this a couple episodes back when we were making our forecast about the Eastern Conference. I told you, I still, to this day, have PTSD for what James Harden did to the Rockets when he was playing with them a few years ago. This man was playing spectacular ball in terms of like individual stats. Like, he was rivaling, Curry when it came to that 3-point shooting. Like, he was fantastic. And obviously he couldn't get it done with that first iteration. They bring in Chris Paul. Okay, Chris Paul and Harden, incredible backcourt, put up the numbers, got to the Western Conference Finals. Chris Paul gets hurt, and Harden should have been enough of a leader to get them to the finals. But what happens? They lose. What did they have, like a 3-1 lead in that series or something? Or was it a 4? Yeah, 3-1 lead. And the Warriors came back and won because James Harden has no heart. He has 0 heart. Plain and simple. He's all about individual stats. He is not the guy that's going to bring the other 4 guys on that floor, on that court, or the other guys that are sitting on the bench. He is not going to bring them together. Listen, I'm certain he's a baller, and I ain't even trying to say that this brother is not talented. He is a talented individual player, but you cannot count on him at all. He's like a fingerless person. You can't count on him.
Well, it goes back, like I thought with Oklahoma. Remember back in the day, Durant, Harding, Westbrook with the Oklahoma, all 3 of those guys. They've all proven to be scoring machines in the regular season. But I'm surprised, really, none of them have taken a team all the way. All 3 of them.
Not on their own. I mean, wasn't
right.
A chip with Durant has a chip with the
Golden
Warriors,
State.
But I mean that team had already won a championship.
Yeah, that was Curry's team, and he was just a good addition to it. But those 3 I thought were particularly Durant. I thought they were poised to do better than that. But is this going to hurt? I mean, he's got all these statistics, but is that going to hurt Harding's opportunity to possibly be in the Hall of Fame?
You said James Harden?
Yeah.
Ooh,
why are we talking about the Hall of Fame?
Well, he's got those stats. The wrong stats, huh?
No, Daryl, I disagree with you, Daryl. I think James Harden will end up in the Hall of Fame. Time tends to be a little forgiving when it comes to things. People will look at the breadth of his capabilities, his numbers, his stats. Like I said, he is a phenomenal player. I would say top 50 to ever grace a basketball court in terms of individual skill. Like, he is fantastic. Like, at prime James Harden, man, that dude could ball.
Hall of Fame.
what else? I mean, there's a lot of people in the Hall of Fame that did not put anywhere near the type of stats that a James Harden put up. So
Well,
if the
don't they start
criteria is that you got to win a championship, then yeah, he's out.
yeah, but don't they start subtracting points at some point when you suck that bad?
I would think so.
Yeah, I don't want him in the Hall of Fame. I don't want him in the hall at the school. I don't want him at the hall at the church. I don't want him in any hall at all. Even if his throat was sore, I wouldn't even give him any halls. I don't want anything to do. James Harden does not. Somebody needs to go get him a job selling used cars or something. That's what he's good for right now. I hope he find me. I hope he find me. Come find me.
Can you imagine the disguise he would have once he shaves that beard? No one's going to recognize him anyway.
That's what he's going to need to
trademark.
Do. Shave that beard, man, and just go into isolation somewhere. Like, don't be seen.
Witness protection program.
Witness protection. Sorry, man.
This brother say you can't even have some halls. God, dog, bro.
Nothing.
Well, let's switch to the other game.
Yeah.
Man, this thing is going crazy, and it might go back to what you just said, Daryl. I mean, San Antonio versus OKC. This is quite a series going down, isn't it? Just like we said, might be the championship series. Well, we might change our mind in a minute, but it's a good battle. But what do you all think about this game?
Yeah. Well, do you all think that they play better without Fox? Because I've kind of noticed that Castle and those guys, they step up and they play hard. Even the rookie Harper, not the rookie, but Harper. He plays a lot better. All those guys play a lot better when Fox is not in the lineup, and they look more dominant also. So, I mean, I'm not trying to kick the brother off the team, but I am saying I do notice a different type of ball club when he's not on the floor.
I think you said it best, right? And we forecasted this, that the Western Conference Finals was essentially going to be the finals in terms of just excitement. This is going to be a 7-game series. I feel like San Antonio will rally to bring Game 6 home. This is going all 7 games. There is a highly unlikeliness that they will not win when they get back to the Frost Bank Arena in San Antonio. But I gotta say I'm changing course, because initially I had San Antonio pegged to win this. I don't. This goes back to my very first statement. One of the earliest statements I made when we started tailgating is you got to be taught to win. And in this case right here, Wemby, it fits that bill 100%. He is going to win a lot of championships.
I think so.
If he doesn't get hurt, he's going to get him 2 or 3 chips. But I think this is going to be that time where he's going to be taught how to win a championship by making it this far and losing. But yeah, I just think that at the end of the day, the way OKC played last night was pretty much indicative. Like, those guys are the real deal. Like, there's very little, chinks in the armor, for lack of a better term. I think they're going to go and pull it out in 7 games. They got a chance of winning Game 6, but I think San Antonio will figure it out. They'll will a way to win Game 6. That's going to be an incredible Game 6, and probably even more so a Game 7.
Yeah, just so you all know out there, we're recording this before, after the Thunder have a 3-2 lead. So we still got a couple more games to go. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. But, did you have anything else you were going to say, Daryl?
No, I think I'm sticking with the Spurs. You know me, got my heart set on the hill. I mean, I'm with the Spurs. I'm with Wemby. Like I said, I like their role players and everything, but I know Marcus missed it, but
yeah,
I don't think they're a better team without Fox on the floor. So we'll see how this goes.
Now let's talk. Are we going to talk about our forecast for the finals?
Yeah, if let's just say it's OKC against the Knicks. What's that going to be like?
A track meet.
Yeah, it's gonna be up and down the floor, 94 feet back and forth, 94 feet all day, game long. If the New York Knicks end up playing San Antonio, I think the Knicks have too many weapons, and I think they will win. And it goes back to what we talked about, that balanced team approach, right? 5, 6 guys that are able to get, double digits. That's just going to be too much. Obviously, OKC is the seasoned team. They know what it takes to win a championship. I think if Oklahoma City makes it, they'll beat the Knicks, but not by much. It'll be more of a 4-2, 4-3, possibly going all 7 games. But yeah, I say the Knicks have what it takes to beat the Spurs. But if they have to match up against OKC, then OKC is gonna beat them just by sheer experience and just the depth of their team. That's my forecast.
So you picked OKC over the Knicks.
Oh, if they match up that way, yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Daryl?
Can they both lose?
Nah, it'd be nice. What is Spike Lee gonna say about that?
Yeah. I think I would go with the Knicks in that case if they play against OKC.
I'm going to go with the Knicks. I'm going with Knicks. I'm sticking with Jalen Brunson.
No, it matters, man. I'm telling you, going into Madison Square Garden, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that's it. May not be the loudest, but it is the most intense. That place that's intense, man. They are hungry for a championship.
They are.
They got shut down in 94 by the Rockets. They got shut down in 99 by the Spurs. It'd be a hell of a rematch, right? Of the Spurs, because the last time the Knicks made it to the finals in 99, they played the Spurs in that short BS abbreviated season that I still think holds an asterisk, but a proper championship, New York hasn't won since 1973? Yeah.
All right. Well, what if San Antonio against the Knicks? Who wins on that one?
I already told you who I think, but Daryl?
Yeah, I'm going with the Spurs. I'm going with the Spurs, man. Marcus only picking against the Spurs because he's trying to prove that he's not a Spurs fan.
That is not. I am being objective about my. I'm from Texas. I would prefer the fit in the state of Texas. I would much rather that. I'm going to always root for a Texas team in these scenarios where I think San Antonio is starting to show an aspect of very limited capabilities. Meaning that they only have so many weapons and so much of their eggs are in the Wemby basket that if he doesn't perform at a high level, they don't have enough firepower to beat an elite team like OKC. And obviously, you see what the Knicks is doing. This would be a great segue to your trivia, Bruce, around the most consecutive wins. But they're on 11 consecutive wins. That's insane.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go with San Antonio, even though going against Jalen Brunson. Anyway, that's my picks. That's our picks, you guys. But do have that trivia question. What team has the most consecutive wins in the NBA playoffs? It's got to be more than 11. Good job, Nets. Knicks, they might go on and win, but who's number one? Any guesses?
If I had to say, I'm going to go with 2 eras. One would be the Bulls when they won 73. I'm sorry, 72 and 10 that season. Was 72 and 10 that season. Mm-hmm. I feel like they ran something about my memory tells me they ran through the playoffs that year. Maybe, but the thing is, maybe they had the highest winning percentage, or they won in the least amount of games. But to your point, the consecutive piece, we might have to go back to like the 60s. That's my second guess.
That's because Bruce always does that. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be like the Celtics or something. But what do you think, Daryl?
I don't know. I was gonna say Golden State for lack of way back knowledge. So yeah. I don't.
Golden State, stay with it.
Oh,
Golden State.
I knew I should have
15 in a row. They had 15 in a row.
Is that like 2012?
17.
2017. Wow.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Wow.
So I would never have guessed that either, but I saw that. Anyway,
that was a
that's
heck of
quite a
team.
streak. I think in the playoffs, because you're not just a streak during the regular season where you may get a bunch of weaker teams in a row. This is you're playing playoff teams in this era. There's always a game where you're just not on. So that's quite a streak. So hats off to you, to the Knicks. One other thing I want to bring up. I'm going to show it. Everybody, so you can take a look at this.
Oh wow!
So this is a film I saw comparing the game from today and a game from the Jordan era, and I was just surprised just from that era. We always talk about the '60s, how it looks so old-fashioned, and it is, and they're slow, not the same game as what Jordan was playing, and I agree. But then you look at this game of that era versus the era today, and they look polite, and it looks relatively slow. I mean, the game went faster from the 60s to the Jordan era, and then from the Jordan era to now, it's even faster, and they're in each other. They're almost like standing back a couple of feet guarding each other, but now they're right inside of each other. The game has changed so much. Did you notice that? I didn't notice that until I saw this side-by-side comparison.
It's a lot of differences and distinctions between how the game was played. Obviously, it was a much more physical game. Teams did not have to play the three-point line, or so many players didn't have to. If you were a guard, you're defending the three-point line. Now, power forwards, or what would be considered a power forward, has to guard the three-point line. It's just a very different basketball where almost every player is interchangeable. It's like you got point centers and point forwards now. It's just crazy the way the game has evolved over the years.
And just having someone 7'4" being able to nail one near the midcourt.
Midcourt. I mean, he took that shot he didn't even think about it. It's like,
no.
I'm taking the shot. Can you imagine?
Not too long ago, anyone over 6'8" would never attempt a shot like that.
Oh man, no, man. Can you imagine Shaq wouldn't even get to the free throw line.
But you're right, it's totally evolved differently. Shaq was always
game.
right there 3 feet from the basket. So
anyway,
I was just surprised how much faster the game is now, that even that what I thought was the golden era of basketball is now fading into, like, Jaden's going to be laughing in a few years, about saying that those guys were great. Magic? What did he do? Of course, he obviously laughs at Jerry West.
Bruce, we got to figure out. Bruce, we got to figure out, how do you have such great hair?
I guess
they got the veins going down.
Yeah,
like the Clark Kent thing.
Are you doing it for a TV series that you're in or something?
Yeah, I know, right? He's kind of got the whole thing going. He just left like Supercuts or something. Bruce did. he was waiting for somebody to say something. Are you going to say something about my?
Yeah, we can. This episode brought to you by DraftKings and Supercuts.
Supercuts.
Yeah, I told one person, it says, that it was in films. If you ever need a 71-year-old Brad Pitt, I'm your guy.
All right. I love it.
He didn't seem to like that idea. But anyway. Well, thanks for noticing. It's there. I don't know why, but I like it. All right, everybody. Give us some comments. What do you think? Who's going to win it all? What about the Knicks? Jalen Brunson. I don't know. Just because he was the Maverick, I thought he was going to be great. How did Nico let him go slip through our paws, too? All right. And also, subscribe, share, like, and give us comments. But we'll see you next time. Go NBA.
All righty.